word censoring kind of sucks. It's like, I get how you can censor, like, violent things or, like, inappropriate things, but the way that we censor words is just really stupid. It's like, you take a word that has been used for quite a while that shows one thing, and then you say you can't use that word anymore because it's offensive, or it's just bad, or it's misunderstood. And then you say you need to replace it with a different word. It's like, why? So that word can become unusable in a few years? It's like, whatever word you use now will come back eventually, seeming as the less offensive option in some cases. It's like, we say a lot of things, and it's like, the censorship is just stupid. It's really stupid. I don't know why we're censoring things. It's like, this means this. If it's not bothering that many people, why bother censoring it? And even if it does bother people, it's like, yeah, it's bothering people because that's what it is. There's something here about this specific word, about whatever this word means, that bothers someone. Whether it's because it goes back to some horrific history that these people were called and they don't want to be called that anymore, or if it's just because people don't see this as a correct term to use anymore. It's like, there is history there, and getting rid of that word, to an extent, seems like you're trying to block out that history. It's like, sure, I can get that people shouldn't be allowed to say certain words, and that the reasoning behind that should be good, but it's like, the fact that you're, like, looking at something is like, this seems mildly offensive, let's censor it now. It's like, okay, then the word you replace it with is going to become offensive soon. Why do we censor the words that we censor? Like, I guess this is probably going back to my playground thing, where it's like, we seem to be, like, looking back at something, and it's like, let's make it more safe, let's make it more mundane, or, no, it's not even mundane, it's just, does anyone even like the censorship? It's like, I'd prefer someone to say something as it is than just wondering, okay, what are they talking about? Because, like, at certain points, it's like, what are we talking about? It's like, I don't know. It sometimes I feel like whatever topic is being brought up gets lost in translation because there's so few words that we're allowed to use for certain things. It's just like, okay, here's something. We don't know what we're talking about either. It's just like, I don't get it. Why are we doing what we do at this point in time? There's so many words that we look at in the past that we're just like, I wonder why they use that, or why does that seem offensive then but not now? Or the opposite way around, why is this not offensive now but and stuff. I don't know, I'm probably losing track of that. But it's just like, words change their meanings over time, but I feel like lately we've been trying to speed up that process. We're just like, okay, here you go. You're not allowed to say this anymore. It's like, it feels more like it's trying to blind the truth of what's happening now instead of looking back at the horrid events that have taken place. And some of them aren't even horrid, it's just like, I think the thing I have the problem with now is mostly just, it's just the ones that are like, they're mildly inconveniencing someone, and I don't get why. It's like, they might seem slightly annoying to someone, but they aren't really that offensive, and by censoring them, you make them offensive. Just like, I don't get it. Why we do these things. It seems... Some of the things that are censored, I think, probably should be censored, but it's just like, it's specifically with wording, there's just so many things that don't need to be censored or don't need to be changed in any way, but they are, because someone decided, oh, I'm gonna make a ruckus because I have nothing better to do. There are words that have such deep meaning, and that's because they have gone through so much and stayed as that word. The meaning of it changes, but the word doesn't. But when you take a word that has meant something for a while and you say, you can't use this anymore, let's change it to a different word, you get rid of so much of the history of what that stands for and what it means. It's just, I feel like we're trying to dumb down people and make it look like, oh, everything's hunky-dory because we're going to act like children who aren't allowed to say anything even remotely similar to, I don't know, a swear word or something. It's like, I don't know. Like, we grew up learning one word, and then we find out sometime that this word changed to you're not allowed to use it, so you have to use this word. And it's just like, why? Can you tell me why? Because so far I've seen no good reasoning at all for it. It's like, look at the people who decided we should change street names and stuff. It's like, that went horribly wrong. One, it wasted a lot of government money, which is not even the government's money, it's our money that went to the government, and they decided this was a great idea instead of fixing the problems that we have. But it's like, changing those names on, like, street signs and stuff, that inconvenienced and absolutely destroyed some people. Because, like, some of those don't have proper spelling anymore to be allowed to use a lot of the things that organize stuff. So it's like, you want your mail? Well, too bad, random apostrophe address, because you don't have a thing we can actually use to say this is your house anymore. And this is like, great. So the people who just decided we were going to start saying stuff, said stuff, and then now a lot of people just can't do anything. Great. Who did this help? No one? Okay, got it. It's like, I get that it's important to look at our history and say, oh, we've done some bad stuff. But we're past that bad stuff. If we want to fix what we have done, you can't go back and just like, here's an apology stamp. Here's more apology stamps. You improve and you get over your history. I don't think get over your history is the right word, but you improve the lives of the people that live there now. You can't go back and say, oh, we've messed up, here's to the people that don't exist anymore, or just are gone away, like they've already moved on, they're in a different place. It's like, and there's people that are somewhat connected to them, or they're just like, they really want to be passionate about something, so here, take this. It's just like, we already messed with the people that came before. We can't get their forgiveness. We can't make it right with them. So why are we trying to ruin other people's lives that we're going to have to ask for forgiveness later? Because anything that I've seen done, like, in the last few years that has been to, like, fix a problem of the past, or it's like we're asking for forgiveness from the past, it's just making it worse for anyone now. It's just like, if you're going to try and get something for forgiveness, if you're going to try and change a word for something, it's just, you have to look at the people that are now. How does this affect them now? If you're saying you can't use this word, so you have to use this word, how is that going to affect those people in a few years? How is that going to affect them now? Sometimes if you change those words, it can just mean this diagnosis is now this diagnosis. That's going to cause problems later on. It's like, you can't, if you're looking to sign on a form, it's like, okay, this used to be called this, so if it's slightly outdated, then you can't actually properly apply because you're not allowed to use that anymore when it comes to terms and stuff. It's like, because sometimes things don't work out properly. It's like, why do we keep messing with it more? If you're going to mess with it, at least do it in a way that's helpful to the people that exist now. as well. It's like, we can't fix a problem by creating more problems. And I don't know, it's just, so many things just feel like they're pointless now, and I want something to happen that can fix it, and I feel like the ways that people are trying to fix it are just destroying it more. I remember when I first heard that people were trying to get statues taken down and street names changed. I'm like, that seems very stupid. And now, after seeing the result of that, I can agree, it's very stupid. That's not a way to fix anything. And I don't know why anyone ever thought it was, because it clearly wasn't. It has made people suffer more. It has not made many people happy. It's like, the people who petitioned for that, how many of them actually were like, oh yeah, this did so good for us? It's like, how many of them think about that? It's like, oh, this is our accomplishment. We've improved somehow. What did you improve? What did you get back from that? Did you actually change anything in your own life? Or was it just some kind of dopamine hit that has now ruined an entire block's worth of people's lives for at least a few months? There's just so many things that words can do that change a lot of things. And it's like, especially if you're looking at them from like a legal standpoint or like a offensive standpoint, it's like, let a word be a word. You don't need to change it. It has its history. It can change its meaning over time, but that does not mean you should change a word. And I mean, there are situations where you should, because something is physically wrong with something, but it's like, I can't think of a proper instance where that's true. I'm specifically talking about when you have a word that is already meaning something, and it means something, and you're trying to take a different word and put that meaning onto that word, or a more cushioned version of that previous word. It's like, we shouldn't have a cushion for something. We are human. We don't need that. We need to look at our past and stop repeating things by thinking that the peaceful not doing anything solution does anything. It's like, if you're going to do something, actually do it actively. I'm not saying you should go out and do something that could hurt someone. I'm just saying you should go out and do something that is actually worthwhile. And I haven't seen anything worthwhile in a long time. Do something to help someone. Look at something, look at a word, and if you see someone being called that word, then just say, maybe don't do that. Don't say you should use this word instead of this word, because that's inconsiderate. It's like, both words are going to end up being inconsiderate. It's just one of them seems more offensive now. The other one's going to seem exponentially more offensive later on. You're not doing anything. It's just a waste of time. I don't know why this is a specific topic I decided to go with today. It's just, words have a lot of meaning, and I feel like trying to change those words is trying to erase the past, and that's just stupid to me. There are words that you can probably think of that have extreme meaning and extreme history, and they're not good words, but they have their history. They show it on display, what it means to have lived through this. We know that people have suffered when they've heard that word. You know the history of the people that have had to live through being called that, or had to be involved in that. You know that. But by changing a word's meaning, by changing a word into a different word and saying that this has that meaning, you're stripping it of all the history, of all the things that were won, and all the things that were lost. And I think that is more offensive than whatever the original word was at times. It's like, people have suffered for something, and they have maybe been able to find some kind of peace and you're just deciding, yeah, no one needs to know this ever existed in the first place. I'm not sure how well this will be taken. It's just, I'm not sure even if I expressed how I meant all this very well. It's just, I don't know, it seems kind of pointless in many situations that I've seen to look at a word and try and change that word into a different one. I guess that's all for now, though, so hope you guys have a great day.